Hello everyone, my name is Nick and today I'm going to be giving you my top 5 tips to taking killer drone night photos. Trust me, you are not going to want to miss this. I always scout the locations before I actually shoot them at night. By going there beforehand, you can figure out framing, you can figure out flight plan, so you spend more time taking photos than figuring out what to do. Take multiple shots. Now, I'm not talking about variety, I'm taking multiple shots of the same shot. Now, taking photos at night, you gotta have the lowest shutter possible. Now, that means any little gust of wind, any movement in the drone is gonna equal a blurry photo. So what you gotta do is take multiple photos. You gotta make sure that the focus is on point and that you got a clean image. Now, there's a lot of different settings that I use, but I will run through them all real quickly. Always shoot in RAW. You just get so much more information. Check this out. Right now I'm using the MAVIC Pro and I cannot push it past ISO 400. Now this is very drone dependent. Other drones like the Phantom, you can make it higher, but for me, my sweet spot for the Phantom Pro is 400. Now the shutter. You want to push this into the longest shutter possible. For me, I've not been able to take more than a 1 second exposure. I always shoot it from sunset to an hour after sunset. For me, that's when I get the most colors, and after that hour, it gets pretty darn dark. So depending on what you're shooting, you're gonna need to put it to like 2-3 second shutters, and that's just not gonna work. Now I know it's last, but it's probably the most important. Now, as you can see, the image is a tad bit overexposed, and this is just my personal preference. I like to bring the highlights down rather than the shadows up, and in my experience it just comes out to a lot cleaner of an image. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to go to the highlights bar and then bring it all the way down. Wow, looks pretty good already, huh? And after that, I'm going to try to bring the shadows out just a tad, maybe up to 28. Now I like to bring the clarity up. Let's see, maybe to 34, 35. And in a photo like this where the day just isn't that clear, you can use this dehaze button. I'm gonna bring that to about there, about 23. Now all we've messed with so far is like the clarity, the highlights, the shadows. We need to give it a little more color, a little more pop. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use vibrance. Let's see, maybe bring it up to about 40. And then I'm also going to add a little bit of saturation. And wow, that looks pretty darn good. And it only took about 60 seconds.